Okay, folks, it has been a day. It has been a day. We've got ice everywhere. It's so slippery underfoot. You wear creepers and you can get around on the ice, but if you go in the snow, you can't wear the creepers, and so you're on and off, on and off. And then I didn't have my phone on me. I was out in the yard, and my cousin Shay came in and told me that my 81-year-old stepdad was way out in the woods, way out in the back 40, following the fence line. Folks, he's 81 years old. Snow is up to your crotch. We've had rain and we've had melting, and then we had the cold, so we've got like 2 inches of crust that you step down and you're gonna sink. You're gonna sink right up to your crotch. So he was out walking the fence line in that, folks, out in the woods. Yeah, no snowshoes. No snowshoes. Can't walk in the woods with snowshoes, he says. So I went out back of my place and walked, breaking through friggin' snow. I said, the frig with that. I come back and put my snowshoes on. Got my snowshoes on. Grabbed my binoculars. Headed out. I kept finding pockets, you know, so I'd sink right down, right up to my crotch, even with snowshoes on. Awful had going, folks. Awful had going. So I couldn't find him. Went all the way out there and couldn't find him. Couldn't find his tracks. I'm like, oh shit, he's falling through the crust. 81 years old, mind you. As he's falling through the crust, busted his knee because he's had knee surgery. I said, there he sits. There he sits. So I come back, took my snowshoes off, got in my vehicle, drove up to Shay's. Shay hadn't seen him. So I parked my car there, started walking, because I didn't bring my snowshoes, you know, because I didn't even think to bring my snowshoes. I don't know, folks. Lack of thinking and forethought there. So I parked my vehicle, and it was right on the ice and on a slant, so my vehicle slid sideways, and I'm like, well, you slide. You're just going to slide into a friggin' snowbank if you slide anymore. My concern was my 81-year-old stepdad out in the woods somewhere hurt. So every step I took, I went right up to my crotch, folks. Took another step, went up to my crotch. I did that several times until I got to the woods where, you know, I would only sink maybe 6 or 8 inches. Walked the fence line. I followed his tracks out. Then all of a sudden, I saw his tracks come back. So he made a loop. So I'm like, well, I don't know where he is. So I went back to my cousin Shay. She said she hasn't seen him. So here she is. She's trying to work from home, right? So we both cut out to the fence out behind her place. You know, we call it the back 40. And we're walking, breaking through. We got to the fence line. Saw his tracks going up to my sister's, following the fence line up to my sister's. And finally I just stopped and I just called my sister. Well, she wasn't home, but she was almost home. And I told him what was going on, and so she got back to me after I got back to my vehicle and said that he was at her house. So I drove up there, slip sliding on the freaking camp road because it is glare ice. I am telling you, you go right sideways. I've got an all-wheel drive, and it just kept going sideways no matter how slow I went. Because it's not flat, it's bumpy, you know, rutted. So he wouldn't get in her vehicle, but he got in mine. So from there, I knew I couldn't turn around in the camp road without having a little bit of a complication. So I just backed all the way up the camp road and backed right up next to his vehicle. 81 years old, folks. Stubborn as hell. Stubborn as hell, let me tell you. And you know what? That'll probably be me. And I'll be pissing people off, worrying about... So anyway, so that took a while out of my day. So I think I'm done for the day. The only thing I'm going to do is grab an armload of wood, and I got the wrong gloves on, but I'm going to do it anyway. Tuck the birds in after dark. And I can tell you right now, I got to work out. I'm in pretty good shape, folks. But you don't go very far when every step you're sinking up to your crotch in snow. Let me tell you, that takes a lot of work just to go any distance at all. But anyway, that's how people get hurt, right? That's how people get hurt. So, 81 years old, he thinks he's still in his teens. He's going to do what he's going to do, and, the chances of him getting hurt are real slim, he thinks. Well, that might be so, but there's still a chance in there, and he's still 81 years old, and he's still out in the middle of the woods. It's just... And he was barely dressed, folks. He knows better than that. He just had a ball cap on. He didn't even have a sweatshirt on. He had a long sleeve shirt and some kind of thin chamois on and dicky pants and rubber pack boots, folks. That was it. I bet he didn't even have his cell phone on him, and if he did, it probably didn't work anyway, so. We got a plan better than that, folks. We do. You can't stop an 81-year-old. They're going to do what they're going to do, folks. Right or wrong, good or bad, safe or unsafe, they're just going to do it. They're just going to do it. So anyway, I do have another video that I'm going to put up because I taped twice today. And the first time that I was a little on fire, folks. I was a little on fire. I was not happy this morning. So, I deleted that one. I got a little excited. And then I posted another one. I recorded another one, which is a little calmer. But I was still a little bit excited. So... this life isn't easy, folks. And when I just don't know what it's going to be like when times get real hard, what's going to happen. I think in here I'm going to do all right, but my struggle is going to be keeping people out, I think. Yeah, I do. I think that's an area I need to make sure everything is covered. Yeah. Because I can see where I'm going to have a problem in here if things get real bad. I can see that. So, something else to work on. Things are all in place, but I just want to make sure they are in place. And there's another area I think I need to improve on. So, we're going to have to do something, folks. We're going to have to do something. I'm going to have to do something. I didn't work this hard for somebody to come in and take my birds. I didn't work this hard. I got blood, sweat, and tears in this place. I do. And no one's going to come in and just take it just because they feel it's their right to. They're entitled to it. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. This hippie chick here is... this hippie chick here can hold her own. Yeah, I try to be fair about it, but if they're going to fight dirty, I'm going to fight dirty too. And if I don't know how, I'm going to learn how awful fast, because I'm going to come out on top, folks. So the times are changing. Times are changing. For those who aren't stepped up, you got to step it up, folks. You got to step it up. Things are looking a little crazy out there. All right? So, thank you so much for watching. And if you're old, don't be so damn stubborn. If you're middle-aged like me, don't be so damn stubborn, because I can be just that stubborn. I'll have a problem allowing people to worry about me, though. You know, he just doesn't care if somebody worries about him or not. If they go on wild goose chases, he doesn't care. He's on a mission. I won't do that. I'll let somebody know where I'm going. I always do anyway. Listen, I'm going up here. I'm going over here. If you don't hear from me in like a couple, 3 hours, and then come looking for me. Because if I'm not back in 2 or 3 hours, or by that time frame that I have told them, something is really wrong. So, alright. Have a good night. Thank you.